So now we're going to address the 14-year-old boy that got shot down by an Asian man at an Asian convenience store because said Asian man suspected him of stealing multiple water bottles. Let me play you the clip.
He was racially profiled. They followed him around. He was shopping. He took 4 waters, he put them back. He even showed them by shaking his hoodie that he took nothing. And he walked out of the store. He didn't argue with them. He didn't have any confrontation. He didn't curse them. He just walked out. He was respectful. And yet 2 grown people chased him. He fell and they shot him. He shot him dead, like as if it was a dog. And I do not understand how that jury can come back and say that he was not guilty.
So first of all, the fact that these people are actively trying to disregard the fact that this kid had a gun in his possession and even posted it on his social media is just baffling. Like, his parents specifically sitting there and trying to portray the same, once again, talking point of the innocent, wholesome black person who was just unfairly mistreated, which is most of the time it's not even true. In this case, it's a little bit true because, again, it was proven that he was falsely perceived to be a thief. And for that Asian guy ain't shit. There's other aspects in which the Asian guy ain't shit, but we're not going to sit there and portray as if this kid was just this super wholesome, super clean, squeaky clean, innocent, good little schoolboy. No. Based on his that picture and the fact that he even had a weapon in the first place, he portrayed himself as a wannabe gangster. A wannabe gangster, specifically. Like, there's no indication that he ever used the gun before, that he had any type of criminal history. There's no evidence of that I found. So he's most likely just one of those Riley Freeman types, the wannabe gangsters that idolize being hood. And for that, I blame you, the parents. You are to blame for this. You are to blame for not monitoring your son and making sure that he actually acts right. He sat there and wanted to play cool and wanted to play hood. And now you see the consequences of someone being treated exactly how they wanted to be perceived. Second point, and this was something that I saw within another TikTok video, a good point of if he truly was innocent of, which he was, but even still, why did he run away in the first place? Based on the information that was available to the public, that family was not putting a gun on him right from the get-go. They only pulled out his gun the second that you saw him running away from the store after they were chasing him down. If he truly were completely innocent, it would be very easy to just be like, hey, I didn't steal anything. You want to prove it? You want to check me? We want to see that? And then if after you prove it, then that kid could have actually, go with the whole lawsuit. You discriminated against me. I'm going to, seek legal action. I'm going to make a complaint. Doing things the right way. That could have saved a whole lot of trouble. But the fact that you sit there and acted like a criminal when you were not, aside from carrying a weapon when you were not supposed, a firearm that you're not supposed to have, but other than that, you weren't a thief. That is just people brushing it under the rug because they want to make excuses of him being a child and being a black and talking all the same talking points by the pro-blacks, trying to create an image of him that wasn't real, as per usual, again. And my last point, and again, is we're going back to the store owner because, again, and this might be a little bit unpopular, but I don't care. I genuinely believe that store owner should have been charged with voluntary manslaughter and not murder. First degree murder, I'm assuming, based, the prosecution, why did he even charge them with murder when there was clearly no deliberate malicious intent to kill in the first place? This was caused by a misunderstanding following with racial profiling. This was not some personal attempt of taking someone's life with deliberate malice. So obviously, like, voluntary manslaughter would have been a more appropriate charge. This guy would have been found guilty far easier if he was charged with that. Because I don't believe that this Asian store owner should have completely got away with scot-free what he did, because that was very excessive, in my opinion. But granted, again, there's the defense that they claim that Cyrus, the black kid, pointed a gun at his son, and hence claiming that he shot him because he perceived him to wanting to harm his family, to protect his family. And there's not really any evidence aside of that. There's no surveillance footage to prove any of that is true. That's just hearsay, according to I don't think hearsay is right here. It's just their words here, their own words that they have. And I feel like, considering that the investigation also showed that the gun that the black kid had wasn't used, like, no, there was no discharge, all the bullets were intact, he didn't use the gun, that it might have been very unlikely that that story, it could have been true in the first place. But even still, I feel like you shouldn't completely get away with it unless there's definitive, strong proof that the black kid actually did, in fact, point the gun at either one of them, or actually attempted to shoot the gun. But considering there's no evidence of that, it's like, yeah, it was senseless. It was a senseless killing, just from my point of view. But still, the black kid here is not this super wholesome, goody-goody schoolboy that these people are trying to portray him to be. Like, no. Again. And that really just runs back to the core issue within the black community of tolerating and justifying and excusing degenerate behavior, and allowing black people to portray themselves as literal racial stereotypes, and then being upset when non-black people treat them exactly how they treat themselves. Like, you cannot sit here and act like a wannabe gangster and then be mad when non-black people treat you like a wannabe gangster. But they don't care. They don't care about the truth. They don't care about reality with them. The victim complex is so strong here. And it's just, ugh.